I knew it was different, but I didn't really have the words to describe it, and I kind of kept the knowledge to myself for a very long time. I came out as gay when I was 38, and I had been married for 18 years and with two children. So. Very early on, my first experience was when I first came out, was when there was still pretty much an HIV/AIDS crisis, and I kind of threw myself into volunteering and helping out for those who were affected by that. And what I did then was I was determined to use my experience to help other folks. And so I became kind of an advocate and activist in the 2S LGBTQI plus community. The 2S for start is for Two-Spirit, and it refers to Indigenous folks who identify in the spectrum of either being gay, lesbian, non-binary, or transgender. The L for lesbian, the G for gay, B for bi, T for trans, I for intersex, A for asexual, and then plus is for the many varying other kind of identities that kind of go along with being part of the rainbow community. SOGI stands for sexual orientation and gender identity, and it is a term that has come to the forefront because it is part of public education, particularly in some provinces, including British Columbia, where sexual orientation and gender identity resources are used by teachers to create safe classrooms for kids who express their identity or sexual orientation different than the mainstream. It's to prevent bullying, it's to create safe classrooms, it's to ensure that kids who are gay, lesbian, bi, trans, and so on, see themselves represented at school. It could be with the way the teacher addresses slurs that are used against gay or trans kids. It could be about supporting a child who has two parents who are of the same sex. Number one, it's meeting the requirements of human rights legislation, human rights code, that there is no discrimination based on sexual orientation or gender identity. I think there's a very big misunderstanding that a person who is gay or trans or bi or so on has a choice. From personal experience, I know that I certainly didn't have a choice. And if I did, I definitely wouldn't have chosen to be gay, just simply because of the discrimination that has been faced and the things that we have to go through as a person who doesn't fit the binary in terms of sexual orientation or gender identity. I had been married for 18 years, and my wife knew that I was gay. I came out to her about 5 years after we were married, so she was aware. But as the marriage went on, there were challenges with that aspect of my life and being in a straight marriage. And I came home from work one day and the locks had been changed on the house. So I say I was blasted out of the closet. I didn't just open the door and come out. I was flung out. I wasn't really ready for it. I wasn't prepared for it. It wasn't my idea. There are so many kids who don't have family support, who are, there's homeless kids here in Kelowna who are put out onto the streets because of the beliefs of their family. We don't choose the life. The life is given to us. And so I think that the more work we can do to raise voices and engage folks. Allyship is actually an action. It's not just something you can say you are. It's actually demonstrated in how you treat people.